guys, and welcome to a little tag video I did last year. It's the end of the book, what is it, end of the year book tag, and I had a lot of fun with it. And I thought it'd be fun to do once again another book tag. So let's get started. First question is, are there any books you started and need to finish? Yeah, of course, there is every year. One of them, way back when Little Women was out, was Little Woman. I started rereading this and literally barely got into it. So, and put it on so many TBRs. So I would love to finish this book this year. The second one is Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City. This is some people's favorite book this year, and I haven't read it, and I love her as an author. It's a fantasy story, I think, about fays, and I love fairies. So I don't know why I haven't finished that one. The next one is, do you have an autumnal book transition? Not really. I have this book, which is a wintry book, and it's since we last spoke. It is on my radar. I do want to read it. I think it's about like a couple, like an insta-love couple, and then something tragic happens. They're not in love anymore, but it is a small town. But it's set more in the winter, so it's not a very transitional book. Is there a release you're still waiting for? Yeah. There's quite a few of them. There's Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. It comes out here later in November. There's Ichabod, J.K. Rowling. It's a new, like, I don't know if it's a children's fantasy by her. And then also there's the 3.5 book from the Fae series. What is that one? It's The King of Ethelham by Holly Black. And, oh, in the beginning of December, there's Forever Wild 3.5. I read these ones, The Simple Wild and The Wild Heart this year, and I read Wild of Heart this year and absolutely loved it. So this is like the 0.5 book. And I was kind of excited because I felt like the main character's arc wasn't quite finished in the last one. Like their story, the relationship story of her living in Alaska was quite finished, but I didn't think her, like where she was going in life was quite finished. So I'm excited for that. What 3 books did you read before, do I want to read before the end of the year? I think those are the books I started and haven't finished yet. So I 1000% want to finish this before the end of the year. I also want to read The Lovely War by Julie Berry. It's been on my radar all year, and I've just really wanted to read it, and I haven't started it at all. So quite big books here. And then, of course, yeah, I do want to finish Little Women, which is a very this could have been my autumnal winter transition. This 1000% can be, because it reminds me of those seasons. It doesn't really remind me of spring and summer that much. Is there a book that could still become your favorite this year? I don't know. I read some pretty good books early on. I don't know if there is one that's coming out that would become my favorite, or if there's one that's on my radar that would become my favorite this year. Last year I had some good potentials, but I don't think I do this year. Not really. Oh. There is one other book I want to finish reading, but I have the cover because it's somewhere else in my house. I'm reading it. The Robert Galbraith Trouble Blood. I really want to read this one because I'm in the middle of reading it. So I do want to finish this book too. So there's 4 books I want to finish before the end of the year. Have you started making plans for 2021? Kind of, not really. I know there's a lot of book releases that were supposed to come out this year that are coming out next year. There's a lot of really good books. I know Leigh Bardugo is putting out books. I think Sarah J. Maas is putting out a book. I know there are a lot of 2021 books that are coming out because I've already started making that list. As well as my own bookshelves. I need room on my bookshelves, so I have to read my bookshelves. So I think next year, one of my goals is to, if I read a new book or listen to an audiobook or whatever from the library, then I have to read something off my shelf. That or I have to get rid of something off my shelf. But I feel like for every one book that's new, I could read an old one on my shelf. And it would help a lot. And I think I'll just like do it by shelf. Like if I read a book and then I'll pick one off that shelf and then I'll go to the next shelf and the next shelf. And then hopefully I read way more books that I own. But I have been reading a lot of books I own lately, but they're new buys. So that doesn't really help anyone. But that's it for this tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. See you guys next time. Bye.